Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be discussing about the recent varieties, specifically biofortified varieties. These varieties are of immense importance because in recent years it has been a great emphasis on the biofortification part, and even our Prime Minister on a 17th of October, while addressing the nation and releasing of the 75 rupee coin, he also discussed about these varieties. So let's talk about them. So let's begin. This is the basic introduction, that is how we have reached 107.18 million ton of production in case of wheat. If you talk about 2019 to 20, in this year the production has reached to 107.18 million metric tons with an area of 30.15 million hectare. While if you compare the other years, it is from 90 to 90. Please do not remember this is just a basic idea about how the productivity and production area of wheat has been increasing. The important part is that remember that HD2967, it is the most popular variety of wheat that is grown extensively in northern as well as in the central part of India. It is a popular variety of Triticum estiva. Recently, our Prime Minister has popularized or dedicated 17 biofortified varieties of 8 crops. Now, these 8 crops are rice, wheat, maize, cabbage, potato, um, pea, and various other crops. But in this video, we will be talking about agronomical crops. So, since our Prime Minister has been focusing on these varieties, so these are quite important. First is of rice, that is CR Dhan 310. Students, remember that the variety CR Dhan 310 is popular because of high protein content, that is 10.3%. Normally, rice varieties contain about 7 to 8% protein, but CR Dhan 310 contains 10.3% protein. The important thing is that is the pure line variety. These two points you need to remember, that CR 310 is a pure line variety that is developed from pure line selection, and it contains protein that is 10.3%. Other popular variety is CR 311, also known as Mukul. Now CR 310 that we have discussed earlier, it is a protein rich variety, while CR 311, it is a protein plus zinc rich variety. So remember that it contains about 20.1% zinc, 20.1 ppm, not percentage, of zinc. Normally rice varieties contain about 12 to 15% of zinc, but in case of CR 311 it contains 20.1 ppm. So remember this, and again this is a pure line variety. Now other very important variety is rice DRR Dhan 45. The other two varieties, first one was CR Dhan 310, it was protein rich. The other was CR Dhan 311, that was protein as well as zinc rich. Now specifically DR Dhan 45, it is a zinc rich variety. Varieties of normal varieties of rice contains about 12 to 16 ppm of zinc, while in case of DRR than 45 it contains about 22.6 ppm. Again, it is a pure line variety. Now talking about the second crop, that is wheat. The first variety is WB02. It is a pure line variety containing high amount of zinc as well as iron. If you talk of rice, wheat contains a greater amount of zinc and protein compared to rice, and specifically in case of WB02 it contains a very high amount of zinc and iron. Normally wheat contains 72 ppm of zinc and 28 to 32 ppm of iron. Now WB02 has zinc of 42 ppm and iron about 40 ppm. The other variety is HPWB01. Compared to this variety, that is WB02, it contains a lower amount of iron. It contains same amount of iron but different amount of zinc. See, HPWB01 has 40.6 ppm and WB02 has 42 ppm of zinc, but basically they are comparatively higher as compared to normal popular varieties that are grown, like for example HD2967. If you compare with that, it will normally have 28 to 32 ppm, but HPW01 has 40 ppm of iron and 40.6 ppm of zinc. Other again, it is a pure line variety. Now this is again another variety of wheat, that is HD 3298. It again contains a high amount of iron and it is rich in protein. See, normally wheat contains about 11% of protein, and in this variety, that is HD 3298, it is high protein rich, that is 12.12%, and also contains a high amount of iron, that is 43.1 ppm. Now important part is that it is suitable for very late sown irrigated conditions. This is very important. It can be asked which of the following variety is suitable for very late sown irrigated condition. There would be different options given, so you remember that it is suitable for late sowing and irrigated conditions. Now other important variety of wheat is Pusa Tejas HI 879559. The important part is that it is a durum variety. The earlier varieties that we have discussed were all Triticum estimum, but Pusa Tejas HI 8759 is a Triticum durum variety. So remember that it contains a protein about 12% and iron about 41 and ppm zinc of 40. It is a three disciplinary variety that contains a high amount of protein, iron, as well as a high amount of zinc. So comparatively it is much more superior than other varieties that we have discussed. Also important part is that it is a timely sown and irrigated, suitable for irrigated conditions. This is important part. Now talking about the third crop, that is maize. First variety is Pusa Vivek QPM 9 improved. See, QPM stands for quality protein maize. Pusa Vivek QPM 9 improved, it is basically a hybrid which contains provitamin, that is basically vitamin A of 8.15 ppm, lysine of 2.67%, and tryptophan of 0.74%. See, the important part is that it is the first provitamin A rich maize, that is specifically it is written that first provitamin A, and in layman language you can simply say that it is a vitamin A rich maize variety. Normally if you talk of vitamin A content, it is 1.5 to 2%, and lysine content of 0.3 to 0.4%, and tryptophan content provitamin content of 1 to 2 ppm, and lysine content of 1.5 to 2 percentage, and tryptophan of 0.3 to 0.4%. But in case of Pusa Vivek UPM 9, it contains a very high amount of vitamin A, that is 8.15 ppm, a high amount of lysine as 2.67, and high amount of tryptophan. You might be knowing that cereals are deficient in lysine and tryptophan. Now other important variety is Pusa HM4 improved. This is an again tryptophan and lysine rich variety of maize. It contains about 0.191% tryptophan and 3.62% of lysine. The other important variety is Pusa HM8. This is Pusa HM4 and this is Pusa HM8. See, Pusa HM8 has high amount of tryptophan and lysine compared to Pusa HM4. Now other important variety is Pusa HM9, that also contains high amount of tryptophan and high amount of lysine. See, you do not exactly remember the amount of lysine and tryptophan that these varieties contains, but do remember that amount, that which constituent is of higher quantity, like in HM9, HM4 and HM8, all these three varieties, they are lysine and tryptophan rich, while if you talk of the first variety, that is Pusa Vivek QPM 9, it contains vitamin A, lysine and tryptophan. It is a three characteristic variety. After that, the other popular varieties is of maize, that is Ladohal quality maize hybrid 1 and Ladohal quality maize hybrid 2 and Ladohal quality maize hybrid 3. The important part is that again they are lysine and tryptophan rich All these three varieties are highly rich in lysine and tryptophan. Do remember only this, that these are high in lysine and tryptophan. Out of this, highest amount of lysine and tryptophan is present in LQM, that is Ladoval quality maize hybrid 3. Now other important crop, the fourth crop is pearl millet. Now the first variety is HHB 299. It is again an hybrid that contains a high amount of iron and zinc. See, if you see the percentage of iron and zinc, pearl millet is highest compared to that of other crops like rice, wheat, maize. All out of all these four crops, pearl millet has the highest amount of iron as well as zinc. In normal varieties also, you will see that is 45 to 50 ppm of iron and 30 to 35 ppm of zinc is being present. So basically pearl millet is rich in iron and zinc content, while specifically in case of HHB 299 it contains 73 ppm of iron and 41 ppm of zinc. Now other important biofortified variety of pearl millet is AHP 1200. Again it is an hybrid that is specifically contains high amount of iron, that is 73 ppm. Just remember this. Now this is pulse. This is very important, that Pusa Ageti Masoor. It is very popular variety of lentil that is being grown in north part, specifically in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar region. Bihar is not mentioned over here, but specifically it is grown in this part only. And the important part is that it contains a high amount of iron, that is 65 ppm compared to normal 55 ppm present in popularly grown varieties of lentil. Now other important thing is the Pusa mustard 30. Again it is a pure line variety that contains very low amount of ferrosic acid, that is less than 2% compared to that of normal varieties is 40%. This is very important, and most of the normal students does not know that the ferrosic acid content in popular mustard varieties, or mustard has how much percentage of ferrosic acid, that is less than more than 40%. After that, this is very important variety of mustard, because it is important because it's the first canola quality Indian mustard variety. This is very important because it contains a very low amount of ferrosic acid as well as glucosinolate. These both are anti-nutritional factors that are present in mustard, so that reduce the keeping quality as well as the shelf life of mustard too. So basically Pusa 00 mustard 31. 00 means it would have low amount of ferrosic acid and glucosinolate. So it is a pure line variety, and it's the first canola quality Indian mustard variety that has low ferrosic acid content. Normally, if a normal variety of mustard would be there, it would have more than 40% of ferrosic acid and glucosinolate content of about more than 120 ppm. But in case of 00 mustard 31, it has ferrosic acid content of less than 2% and glucosinolate of less than 30 ppm. Now talking about the potato, potato is also included in agronomy as well as horticulture, so we'll be dealing with this also. Potato variety, this is BHU Sona. It is high beta carotene rich, that is specifically in layman's language you can say that it is vitamin A content is high in this. So normally vitamin A content is 2 to 3 milligram per 100 gram beta carotene in a popular potato varieties, but in case of BHU Sona it contains about 14 milligram per 100 gram of beta carotene content, that is vitamin A. Now the again important part is the biofortified millet varieties. See, millets are known as nutritious crops, most nutritious in case of cereals, because not yes, in case of cereals, because they contain various amount of minerals and vitamins like calcium, iron, zinc. It has been also been mentioned over here. So ICR and other institutes are working very hard in popularizing these varieties so as to make the country nutritionally also secure. So talking about finger millet, first variety is CFMV1, also known as Indravati. It contains high amount of calcium, that is 428 milligram per 100 gram, iron of 58 and zinc of 44 milligram. In comparison, normally you can see the normal content of calcium, iron and zinc. Don't remember the normal and the high amount, just remember that finger millet CFM1 is rich in calcium, iron and zinc. The other part is Other variety is fingerblade CFM2, that is again rich in calcium, iron and zinc. In comparison to this, it has high amount of all this content. If you talk of calcium, iron or zinc, all these are in very high amount. Not in case of iron is lower, rest all are. Now little millet CLMV1, it contains high amount of iron, zinc and protein. Just remember that the popular variety of the biofortified variety of little millet CLMV1 is rich in iron, zinc and protein content. Now apart from these varieties, one important thing that I found was Pusa decomposer. You might have heard this about burning of trashes of wheat of paddy in the fields, and this has been a great issue, not from this year, it has been since long, since the existence of agriculture, but it has been growing popularity, or it has been gaining attention, because nowadays the pollution, if you talk of the air quality index of specifically of Delhi, if you talk about the PM, the particulate matter 2.5 has reached to about 340, which is very very high. So one of the major cause that the experts suggest that is because of burning of these paddy straws in the field itself. So IRI has developed a Pusa decomposer, that is basically a microbial consortium for management of paddy straw. In this Pusa decomposer, microbial solution for extracting decomposing of paddy straw is being it is used for decomposition of paddy straw. In this, a liquid and a capsule, there is a capsule in which there is a liquid. Basically, it is available in two formulations, that either in liquid or in capsule. Now, these 4 capsules can be scaled up to 25 liter of liquid formulation. You can dissolve these 4 capsules in 25 and make a solution of about 25 liters, and this can be applied to field at the rate of 10 liter per acre, having 4 to 5 ton of straw per acre. Means if there is 4 to 5 ton of straw per acre, so you can apply that at the rate of 10 liter per acre, and a pouch of 4 capsule costs just rupees 20. Now these are some other important things. This is just for knowledge purpose, that new potato varieties that are being used, that is Kufra Neelkhand, Kufri Mohan, Kufri Lima and Kufri Ganga. These are the recent varieties that have been released. So this is all for it. Thank you. All kinds of queries and suggestions are being invited in the comment box. You can comment that, and if you want a video regarding any topic apart from Reddy and Reddy, because we will be covering Reddy and Reddy, apart from that you need any topic, you can comment that, and if you find the video useful, then share it with your batchmates and juniors. Thank you.